Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the Russini fallout and Kamala for governor. So pick your poison on what you want to listen to. The first half is going to be the Diana stuff, the other stuff is going to be the Kamala stuff. Okay. So you can pick what you want to listen to. Okay. So Diana Russini has submitted her letter of resignation to The Athletic. And PFT went into it as a lawyer that said that resume looked very legal and legal jargon in a way, thinking that sending that letter should basically end the investigation that the Athletic is doing into Diana Russini. And we have to say is that, as Portnoy said, if you didn't do anything, why are you resigning? And also, I gotta say, I understand a lot of people are friends with Russini, and a lot of women are having their opinions that saying what Diana did makes all women look bad, or that it's not our fault. Attractive women always get assumed the worst in all of it. And I think the worst uh people talking about this is fucking Dan Labatar and fucking Jamel Hill. Because let's go through what the average person has said. Because everyone is saying, first of all, they're trying to compare this to the Adam Schefter situation where a GM or some agent sent the email or text of how Adam Schefter should write it. That is not the same situation at all to the Diana Russini situation. I think people have to understand that. Okay, it's not because what? Because Shams or Schefter, whoever, get tweets from the age from fucking Rich Paul or whoever, like this is what you got to say, this is what's going to happen. That is what people just assume how the quote unquote insider game works. Okay. So, like, all of them. And then, by the way, Levitar Jamel Hill say, why is Diana Russini being held to a higher standard than the president of the United States or the vice president of the United States? First of all, shut the fuck up with that. Because I think these are now. Lebitard has now done 2 episodes on the Diana Russini situation and can't stop crying while talking about it like it's the end of the fucking world. And it's so fucking cringe because here's what the general public has said. If Adam Schefter, first of all, let's say there was a woman head coach or a woman GM. I don't know if there is a woman. I know there are women owners, but I have zero idea if there's a current women head coach in the NBA. I don't think there is in the NBA or fucking NFL, right? Or a woman GM, right? And let's say Adam Schefter or Shams was caught in a hotel fondling them and whatever, just them, the exact same situation. We would be fucking ridiculing Schefter and Shams for that. Like, oh, that's how you get your inside information. Wink, wink. Or hell, if Schefter and Mike Vrabel were fucking, by the way, okay, be like, wow, is that how you get your inside information? Do you understand that? It's the affair aspect of it that is making it. And everyone's saying, why is no one yelling at Vrabel? First of all, if Vrabel was fucking a staffer, okay, as we're seeing in the California governor fallout where Eric allegedly, because I like Eric Swalwell allegedly raped someone, and that all these women staffers knew, like, gave warnings, don't hang out with Eric Swalwell, he'll sexually assault you and shit like this, right? If that was the situation with Mike Vrabel, it'd be a different situation. But Mike Vrabel's not doing anything with any employee. Mike Vrabel is allegedly, who knows, banging Diana Russini. Okay, he's not doing anything that affects the work. Diana, whole thing is, I'm an insider, blah blah blah. Do you not understand to see that? And everyone who is not fucking friends with Diana is able to make this judgment call that fine, Vrabel's cheating on his wife, okay, and maybe Diana's also cheating on her fucking husband. But this is the inside thing: is that, oh, and then comes the lie aspect that we had 6 friends with us, where the 6 friends have not come to any defense or any photos, right? And the other photos that got posted that show Vrabel walking away and then Russini walking after, the big far away photo, there are no friends at all with them. That pool is empty in all the chairs. It is just Russini and Vrabel. And look, are Vrabel and Russini banging or whatever? Fine. Who cares? Okay. That is, we're not quote unquote slut shaming Diana for this. We're just being very realistic about what has happened. And you yelling that because the Athletic is owned by the New York Times, she has to be held by New York Times standards. That is how it fucking works when you work at a major fucking corporation. I don't understand why Den Lavatar and Jamel Hill, by the way, Jamel Hill's like, it's all now it's got to be put into race and all this. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're bitching about, But everyone else, I think normal people are having a fucking normal reaction to this. It is only the friends of this that are having it. And I think fucking Charlotte Wilder and the Sports Gossip podcast, they were also being like confused, like trying to compare it to the Schefter shit. It's not the same at all. If Schefter was banging a head coach, it would be the same situation, whether the coach was a woman or if it was a man. Well, if Schefter was banging a man, it'd be a bigger story because wow, is Schefter gay? Wow, our first gay NFL head coach. You understand to see that? Okay. Everyone just expects the agents or GMs, whoever, to just, this is what you're going to tweet because that is how the news works. You may be mad at that, but that is how it works. And honestly, fuck Dan Levitar and all of this. Fine. When I guess her non-compete is up in July, you'll hire her, sure. And look, I got no beef with Diane. I'm just being realistic. But also, maybe you shouldn't be kind of fucking constantly shitting on your fucking husband for years on television and things. Okay? Because I bet you he thinks you cheated on her because he's not going to believe that no matter what. The friends who know them are like, oh, because the way everyone's been so quiet about it, they're like, oh, she's probably did cheat on him or whatever. Right? That's just the fact of the matter on this. To our next aspect, okay? The governor race for California. And I can't believe what a shit show this has become. Because, first of all, this is bad on Gavin Newsom that Gavin Newsom never was able to like groom a successor in a way, right? Like, I don't know who the fuck the lieutenant governor of California is. I knew when Gavin Newsom was the lieutenant governor of California that Gavin Newsom was eventually going to become governor. You see that? Is the lieutenant governor that incompetent that he or she, I have no idea if it is, can't run for governor of California? Now, it seemed like alleged rape and sexual assault and all the other shit that like Eric Swalwell did that he had to resign from Congress. Swalwell maybe was going to be the pick of establishment Dems, and now, right, because we have the annoying fucking asshole bitch Katie Porter. We have, by the way, the Steyer situation. I like the Fox progressivism of this for a Democratic Party that hates billionaires, right? Is like, you know what? Let's elect a billionaire. Seems absolutely stupid in terms of the fundamentals of what the entire Democratic Party is, because I do not think a billionaire can fix affordability problems, especially in fucking Los Angeles. I can't believe it, but I really wish like fucking Rick Caruso was running for governor because I think maybe he could have done something. Because here's the thing, the other one, there's the dude who is Mayor Matt California. God, I can't remember his name. Matt Mahan, right? Attractive white guy, etc. Seems to be has maybe theoretically Eric Swalwell supporters should go to him, but it doesn't seem to play that way. And Steyer's just dropping $200 million into this governor race, and Katie Porter is a fucking annoying, ugly bitch. But it seems to be that, according to sources, right, that we saw on Twitter, Kamala Pack or somebody associated with Kamala has been fielding fucking a survey is if Kamala was to jump into this race via write-in, would you vote for Kamala? Now, let's understand how this works right now. Ballots go out in 3 weeks in California. Kamala just has to get 100 signatures and send a letter to the Secretary of Secretary of something in California. Secretary, the voter, whatever the fuck it's called, to California, with her intention if she is going to run, right? Because she can't be on the ballot right now, but she has to get the 100 signatures, which I'm pretty sure Kamala Harris can, with her that intention she will run. And I think because her name is very easy to spell, right? And I'm sure they're gonna we saw this happen in the Buffalo mayor race. You can win a write-in campaign, and it's Kamala Harris. I'm pretty sure most people's of all the voters would go to Kamala if she is this, because it seems the California party is such a shit show, right? Pelosi has a major pick. Maybe Pelosi will pick Matt Mahon, and that will boost him, because there's no way Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff want Tom Steyer or that fucking bitch Katie Porter to be governor, right? So either Kamala comes in, because here's the thing, a woman is not winning the presidential election in 2028. We all know this, and we're not going to do this fucking pretend shit, because we know this, right? So Kamala should do this, and she could easily win the write-in primary, come in second or whatever, and become governor of California, because she is probably the best option at this point and the most outside Mahon, the most competent person to become governor, and that is the situation that should be. Now, she has to do this fast because ballots go out April 25th or some shit like that. Like they begin setting out. So she's got a week or two to like be like, hey, I'm running for governor. I'm your vice president. And I think she would because Kamala was leading in the polls the entire time till she said, I'm not running for governor. But I think we're at this point that, like, yo, Kamala, you have to run for governor because there's no way you can allow Tom Steyer to become fucking governor of California. And obviously, I don't think the voters would ever fucking pick Katie Porter because she's annoying. Okay, but this is the situation that the California Democratic Party is in, which is fucking hilarious. Right? It is what it is.